new here, welcome, welcome. I'm Lindsay and this is Odin. Okay, obviously not, but I did get the sticker made for this occasion. And this is not my house. I'm in Phoenix and I'm shooting a wedding here today. I know this bride because she was the coordinator for one of my other brides in Idaho a few years ago. Wedding season is pretty much done in Washington, but it's just getting started here. I think the high today is 78 and the low is like the high at home. I have flown here for a wedding before, but we were in the Cottonwood area and Andrew came with me and we had a car and we had an Airbnb on the river and we went to restaurants and went into Sedona for a day. But it's just gonna be a quick trip for me this time. I flew in yesterday, I had a layover in Seattle. We were delayed for about an hour there, and then by the time I got here, it was almost sunset. I didn't get a car this time, so I had to Uber to my Airbnb. It was about 20 minutes away and cost $35, but that's okay because my boss pays for it. I was gonna film this yesterday, but like I said, it was pretty much dark by the time I got here, and this Airbnb only has overhead lighting. And if there's one thing about me, it's that I hate overhead lighting. You can ask Andrew, like I would rather cook dinner in the dark than turn on a light. And I'm not the type to leave very specific things on a review, but like, put a lamp in here. So last night I just showered, ordered amazing Mexican food, and watched Clifford the movie, and I did get Netflix again, and there's so many things on there that I need to watch now. So I'll be here for the first part of this video, and then I'll take you guys home with me tomorrow so we can see Odin. But today I thought we could just sit down and have a little chit chat. I feel like I wasn't in touch with people as much last month. We just had so much going on, and now it's November. So yeah, right now in my Airbnb in Phoenix, I haven't been here in 3 or 4 years, but I spent a couple months here in 2019 for flight attendant training. But I lived in a hotel in Tempe and I would have stayed there again, but I didn't really want to by myself, and I'm literally only here for 1 full day, so it's not like I could have walked around anyway to do all the fun stuff. But I insisted on seeing a cactus, so I woke up a little earlier this morning. It was like 45 degrees and I took a walk and I hardly saw any. But I got a coffee, so it was worth it. If I had a little bit more time here, I would have liked to have gone for a hike. I like to do Camelback Mountain when we're here. I've done that a few times, and there's this one cactus that I have several pictures of over the years, and one of them is hanging in my office. And there's a thrift store in Tempe that I like called Buffalo Exchange. It was like the first place I went when I came here for flight attendant training, and me and my totally random roommate who I had known for 1 hour shared a Lime scooter, and that's where we went. But eventually Andrew and I would love to do a long trip here and drive down so we can bring Odin in the winter and do like all kinds of hikes and stuff. With everything we had come up recently, we decided just this week that I would come here alone and Andrew could stay home with Odin, and it would just be a really quick trip, basically do the wedding and leave. My friend Jess was gonna watch Odin, and she has 2 dogs. One of them is his bestie Luna, and I know they would have had so much fun together. This is actually the first time I've left Odin in a 1.5 years. The last time was when we lived in Spain for 3 months. And don't ask me how I did it because I barely did it. It did some damage. But we were there for Andrew's work, and it seriously was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I was so proud that they trusted him to do that. But the months leading up to it, I avoided talking about it and even thinking about it. But the time eventually came, and last minute we decided that I would travel at the same time as Andrew, because originally I was gonna stay home with Odin for a couple more weeks. And I would have loved that extra time with Odin, but there was honestly no way that I could have done that travel by myself. So we took Odin to his sitter, and I was honestly never the same again. It took me a very long time to undo all of the anxiety that that caused, like leaving him and living in a massive city. We were in Madrid and being restricted to like high school level Spanish for 3 months. And I had a full-on panic attack dropping Odin off, like sobbing, couldn't catch my breath. I genuinely thought I was gonna throw up. And then I had to worry about him every single day after, like if he would get out of the house and run into the road right there, or chase a wild animal, or not be able to get in touch with them. And like months after the fact, we found out that he was off leash playing fetch on a frozen lake and he fell through. And I don't even know how he's alive. But all of that to say, it is so nice to have a friend and fellow dog mom who understands how much I love him and is genuinely happy to help and hang out with him. And it's probably good that my first trip away from him is just a quick one. So today is wedding day. The venue is only about 10 minutes from here, and I'll be there until like 10 tonight. And I leave early tomorrow, and I realize that that'll be daylight savings, and I don't think Arizona observes that, but it'll be fun traveling to states who do and figuring out what time it actually is, and like if my connection in San Francisco is 2 hours or 1 hour, because that makes a huge difference when you're traveling. But I'm just gonna get there early and we'll be home around 4 tomorrow, and I'll probably pick up chatting with you guys on Monday. Now I'm gonna finish getting ready, probably pack up a little bit, and we'll go to my last wedding of the year. Hi, buddy. He's so cute. I'm 5 years old. Hey guys, I'm back home with the boys. I have Odin over here helping me. He's starting to do his little seasonal shed. So I think I said I would pick up our chit chat on Monday, but today is actually Tuesday. I spent most of yesterday just trying to get reset and like getting groceries. I needed to drop off our ballots, do laundry, and look at photos from the wedding. And that wedding went so smoothly. It was such a nice day. It was honestly flawless, and the couple was so much fun and super easy to take pictures of. The venue was pretty standard. It was in like a residential area, so there was like a main road out front, but from the back, it was like almost soundproof, and they had so much tall greenery that I felt like I was having like a Taylor Swift secret garden moment. And the bride put together a really cool vendor team. Obviously I was there, and she had several other little fun things to do. Like they had espresso martinis and spicy martinis. They had a photo booth. They had a fog blaster, not just like a machine, but like you could go over there and like pull a handle and it would just like spray all over the dance floor. And my favorite thing, and something I hadn't seen before, she had a tattoo bar, and it was so cool. And even her Grammy got her first tattoo ever. She got 2 little hearts on her arm. I thought about getting one, but the list filled up really quickly, and I felt weird that Andrew wasn't there because it would have been my first tattoo also, and he doesn't have any, so in my mind we like are gonna get one together. But the designs were so cute, and they had some Western ones and like coquette, I think that's how you say it, like soft girl ones, and then they had some spooky witchy ones. I would have had a really hard time deciding which one because I loved all the Western ones. There was a boot, a Highland cow, a cactus with some little sparkles on it, and a stamp that said Arizona with like a little desert scene on it. It was so cute. But anyway, I did work with a videographer this time, and he has a really cool style, and he's really nice. And throughout the day, he takes black and white photos on like a digital, almost filmy type camera to give the couple like something faster than it would take him to edit the video. And he took some pictures of me on there without me knowing it for a while, and I just thought it was super thoughtful. I never have pictures of me doing my thing, and I'm usually the one taking the pictures. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description below, just in case you're in the market for a videographer in Arizona, Hawaii, or to travel to you. And maybe I'll put myself down there as well, because obviously I do travel, and I would be so honored to shoot any of your weddings. That would be so cool. But I got back to my Airbnb pretty late on Saturday night, and then I had to wake up at 5:30 the next morning to go to the airport, and that was daylight savings, so I think that's technically 4:30 Washington time, and I was just delusionally tired that day. But I finished my book on the first flight, and then on the second one I pretty much slept the whole time, and I was like so deep in sleep that the flight attendant had to wake me up for landing. So if we can have a little bookish minute, I was reading The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I think it's technically like a psychological thriller, and I'm so excited to read more of hers. She has 3 books in this series, and she's releasing a short story book this month. And just last week I heard that this might be a movie now. I started this on Friday and finished it on Sunday. It is super fast paced and also just addictive to read. Like even when you know what's gonna happen, you're still like turning the pages until you get to the last one. And before I left, I finished The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and this was just a super cute story. It's about 3 young witches who kind of need a mentor, and my favorite part is the mentor witch has a golden retriever, and they don't mention it just like once, but she brings him up like all throughout the book and is telling like cute stories about her. You're cute too, buddy. Oh, come here, Stinky. You know my little Stinky. My book club's book for November is From Blood and Ash, and I had no idea what this was going to be about, but I already started it and I think I'm going to love it. I think it would be one of those books where you could tell like in the first couple chapters if you're going to like it or not. And for me, I think it's going to be a yes, but I'm only this far, so don't take my word for it. We will see together. So today I already got sneak peeks sent out to that bride, and now I want to give Odin some extra attention and take advantage of the sunshine. I want to take a crunchy leaf walk and find him a big pile that he can roll in. Then something on his fall bucket list is wine and wag, and by that I mean there's a wine bar that we can walk to and just like hang out there for a bit, and hopefully I can take my book if he will let me, if he'll sit still. And I'm just excited that it's November. I don't think I've ever been able to say that, but like October already goes by quickly as is, and then we had all of that unexpected stuff come up at once. So I'm really excited to just slow it down a bit. And I've been doing monthly recaps on Instagram this year that I call Peak Pit Valley. It's just like highs, lows, and steady middle ground. And I started doing this in like April or May because I had a lot of photos that I wanted to dump. Like we had gone to the beach that month and it was like really cool. You can drive your car on the beach there. But I was like, this feels so strange that everybody's like, these pictures are awesome, like this looks like so much fun. But in reality, like my car was having troubles and it broke down on the beach, and then obviously that cost money, and then my car was in the shop for a week. So then it's like, okay, how can we like still dump this stuff? But let's be honest. So anyway, the highs for last month were so perfectly normal, like going to the park with friends and going to the river, and it was just like eye-opening and refreshing to see normal things in a new light and look at them like they're high. So this month I just want to be more thankful for the slowness and embrace it instead of wishing it was summer. And it'll also be like my slow season of work, so I'm just excited to do other things rather than editing all the time. And of course that means I'll get to spend more time with Odin. I definitely want to finish his fall bucket list soon because it could snow any day now. I know my first year here it snowed like a lot in October and it freaked me out. There was like snow on the ground and leaves on top, and I was like, this is the spookiest thing I've ever seen. Like those don't go together. And it's even more likely in Montana. I'm sure we'll go back there a couple more times and do something for Thanksgiving, and that's usually when we get our Christmas tree. So if all goes to plan, it'll be a much more wholesome month rather than overwhelming. Well, that's my life. Thanks so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed it, because I know I did. Please tell me you get that reference. We gotta go. With the man who works here. He's whining. I don't have it. Thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and head out. Make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'll make sure to have Odin more in the next one, so we'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Dude, it is so cold.